kind of chat with you tonight. This is going to be a very casual Sunday, so we can enjoy ourselves. Let's type on Telegram live from New York. It's Sunday night. Now I don't know. I'd be curious to see if this allowed you to change screens or anything. Let's see here. Does this allow that? Save highlights, share, mute microphone. Alright, doesn't let me do anything. It'd be neat if I could change screens, but I guess it doesn't. So, Electroneum! What's going on? I'm taking a look. Let's see what the screen says here. On the current price of Electroneum. I think it went down for a little bit. Yep. Let's see here. The like ETN took a little bit of a recess. We're at what, 34, 33 sats down from the 50. So I'm just waiting for it to go bullish again. It's still in a bearish mode at the moment. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. And we're gonna see what happens. To see how good it is. To see what happens for it in the next few weeks. Now, Electroneum, now that they got the upgrade done for the blockchain, they're going to get back to their the good old marketing. So I think we're going to start to see a lot of news, reference, information, releases, whatever you want to call it, with Electroneum, and I'm expecting that reasonably soon to start to see news start flying across, because now that the blockchain's in place, you have the foundation ready to go, so that Electroneum can be used in so many more ways, and I think that's going to turn out good. So, my dog is wanting the dog biscuit, so I'm going to have to hand that over to him. There you go. There we go. Yeah, he likes those dog biscuits. What's that with dogs and milk bones? I don't know if they don't smell that good. I'm going to have to taste one just to see. Maybe it's amazing. I don't know. I can't imagine it's got no sugar in it. So that's what I'm looking forward to with Electroneum, and I'm looking forward to a U.S. exchange. I think that's going to be pretty spectacular. It's going to be a brand name exchange, which is good. Hey, Paul's out there. How's it going, Paul? Good to see you. This is kind of like a fireside chat tonight, so ask the questions as you go. I'm just kind of hanging out with you guys tonight. What do you think? Relax says, what do you think the announcement on the 14th will be? A partnership or an exchange? It's a tough question for me to answer, because I actually kind of maybe might know what's coming up first. So, I can't really answer that question. However, I know exchanges are working on the solution, and that can sometimes take time for them to integrate, do some testing, and get that live. So the only way I can answer that is I would tend to think that the exchanges are going to be important to kind of knock out of the park right away. But I'm not so sure that the first news release is going to be an exchange. I think there's a lot of exciting information that Electroneum wants to get out there, and I think they may, start off with other information until the exchanges come online. So we'll have to see. What they end up releasing. But I do know they've got a ton of stuff to release over months and 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 months. So expect that. to be a reality. Okay. Crypto Dog, Bittrex, everyone's number one idea. Any other ideas? Yeah, in all honesty, I think Bittrex is a very viable candidate for one of the first exchanges. Since you're asking me, it's a good exchange. I know that they're looking for qualified coins to be added to the exchange, and I feel that Electroneum definitely meets the qualifications now with this new blockchain upgrade. So, it would be good to see that happen. It'd be good to see that happen. I'd like to see Bittrex. One day I'd like to see, Coinbase. One day I'd like to see, maybe a Kraken. I think these are all. Let's be real about this. Electroneum has to have a brand name exchange. They've got to get on a brand name exchange. Now, KuCoin is a brand name exchange. At the time that they added Electroneum, they weren't really a brand name at the time. But KuCoin has really maneuvered itself into being a brand name exchange. So it's a good thing that it is there. But there are limitations, especially for USA folks, on how much you can work with. I'm not a rich guy, so I don't have a whole lot to, and I have no problem. I'm working with $20 here and there, but the fact of the matter is that if you're a big whale and you're moving around $50,000, $100,000. You're going to have a harder time with KuCoin unless you start doing KYC, and I'm not even sure there may be limits. So, but they've got to get a USA branded exchange. I think you, my favorite viewer, and I both know that that's a must. It's a must for the health, the value of the coin, the health of the value of the coin. They've got to get on that exchange, and it's gonna happen. Or should I say, it's happened, and it's just a matter of things moving along properly. Let's see. So hang tight. Hang tight. Those that buy in at cheap prices, I think, are gonna do reasonably well. I don't think there's any news like, they're going to be bought by Apple or something like that, which would, just make Electroneum nuts in price. But I think these are going to be some really good, solid announcements. And, I'm not expecting them to put a picture of a hamster in a hamster wheel and go, here, here's our upgrade, or our next announcement, a hamster in a wheel. It's not going to be a hamster in a wheel. It's going to be a good, solid upgrade. Nothing that's going to be, a whirlwind type of thing. But I think these are going to be good, really good, solid announcements going forward. In the better tier of what Electroneum has ever announced in the past as they go forward. So we'll see. We'll all keep our fingers crossed. I know we all would like to see a benefit. I like to say we've earned it, but I don't think we've actually done anything except for support and believe in the project, because we know they're doing it all and they're making it all happen for us, and just gotta have a little stick-to-itness, a little jar of stick-to-itness. Hopefully you have a jar of stick-to-itness. So we're gonna go forward with that. Okay. Let's see here. We got Creepy Town. Hi, Dino. Nice to see you. Hey, good to see you, Creepy Town. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with me on a Sunday evening for a few minutes. Crypto Dog. Should people start selling their house for ETN? Do you think people will in the future? I don't know, but they may be buying a house with ETN in the future. I've never been a big proponent for selling everything and buying crypto with it, and I'm kind of conservative with that. I put 20 bucks in here and there. If I got an extra 50, maybe I'll spend 50 bucks. And so I'm not working with big numbers or anything. But the fact of the matter is, I also sleep well at night. And it don't matter what price it is to me. There's nothing that I've put in that is going to make or break me. It's going to be, it'll be a nice benefit if it goes up. But if it all went to zero, I didn't put my responsibilities into it. In other words, I'm not betting. I'm not going to the casino going, I got to make everything back. I got to make it all back. So the price has never really bothered me. I see people get all upset, this, that, and the other thing, and they spend too much if they're getting upset. And what good is a hobby, or if that's your job, trading, God bless you. And yeah, you can punch the wall when you made a bad trade, because that's your job, right? If you have a job and you're doing this on the side as a hobby, like I am with 20 bucks, why would you want to be upset all the time? You're a turd if you did that. A big, juicy turd if you did that. Because that's insane. Right? It should be fun. It should be a hobby. So you put a little bit in, you see a bonus, and you go from there. If you're a big gambler and you're gonna put everything in, and you're asking for trouble. Even if you win, you're asking for trouble. That's just not something that I would ever recommend to anybody. Walmart and grab may be possible. I'm not sure the question, Marcel. It's good to see you. Walmart and grab may be possible. What I do know is that there are services that are going to allow crypto to be used. See, in the West, in the United States, and probably in Europe and some of the other countries, we've already got established environments. It's like, everybody has a USB port in their computer. If somebody comes up with some other type of port, will it be used? No, because nobody uses it. The USB is the standard. If you make a new product, you make it connect to USB. And in the northern hemisphere, the financial systems already are working through credit cards, and people are used to using plastic, and that's not always been the case. In the 70s, very few people had credit cards. Matter of fact, the expired card, they would send out it was like a comic book. And it would have all the numbers in it of stolen and expired cards. And, it would only be like this thick. And that was it. There wasn't that many credit cards out there. And that's how it was used. Now credit cards are kind of a standard, debit cards and all that. And that's what people use. So these companies are going to have integration where you'll be able to have a debit card that'll be funded, with crypto. And Crypto.com does that. Coinbase does that. And you're going to see more and more of that type of stuff. I think that the folks that have those types of things will now be able to integrate Electroneum as one of the staples, one of the core coins that could power or power up a debit or credit card. That's kind of going to be the gateway, because that's what people use. Folks like you and me, you being my favorite viewer, and me, we send, person to person, we go right to our wallet, we send it over, makes life easy for us, but the general public, if it's not attached to a credit card, they ain't gonna use it. Simple as that. So yeah, you'll be able to use it in Walmart and every place else. And yes, I think Electroneum will be doing that. It will be part of that. It will be capable of being integrated into those things. And it's my solid belief that we're going to see those types of things. RL Albin, is staking possible now for Electroneum? No, there is no staking currently for Electroneum. Currently, all right. With this blockchain upgrade, there'll be the ability to use Electroneum in DeFi products, and there could be ways of staking some Electroneum to get interest. Let's say Crypto.com decides to add Electroneum, and you'd be able to, sock away so much Electroneum, and it would pay a percentage interest or what have you. Coinbase pays, cash back. For example, if you select Stellar as your cash back, you get 4% back on everything you purchase on your credit card. So that's kind of sexy. You can earn back a few $100 in Stellar. So there's all sorts of opportunities for Electroneum once they get going forward. And luckily they've connected up. It looks like they've got a nice working relationship with Ripple Labs and the quant guys. And who may have, clearly XRP has experience interacting with banks and doing stuff, and they give 4% back. They might be a big brother Electroneum can learn from, and vice versa. There are things Electroneum does that XRP doesn't, but I think there's going to be some synergy there. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got. KK, when top 100 again? Say, yeah, that depends on what exchange, what you're using to look up the value of Electroneum. So, if you go to CMC, which is owned by Binance, they will never ever let Electroneum go to 100, even if it has the markings. They pick 100 coins that they like, and usually it's all the coins on the Binance chain and things that they have little under the counter deals, or a coin that's just so massive that gets put on the page 100. And if you're not playing ball with them, they immediately stuff you on page 2, and you can get to 201, but that's it. You'll never get into the hundreds. Now, if you go to a and that's the reason why you don't use CMC. Don't use it. CoinMarketCap, don't use it. Use CoinGecko. I also have Digit Spin Crypto, where I have a small charting system, sort of like CoinGecko. It's not as fast, it's not as sexy as CoinGecko, but it specializes for Electroneum, has a hot button for Electroneum. Feel free to visit digitspincrypto.com for current pricing. I have thousands and thousands of coins on there to take a look at. So there you go. Timo, hey, good to see you. I see Telstars out there, U-Blocks, and Phoenix. So Timo, he wants to know what's up, and I'm still up. I'm tired. I've been working my tuckus off. You guys gotta. Let's see if we can. Show you the shop. Let's see what we got here. Hang on a second. What is all this stuff? Is there a way to flip the camera around? Yeah, there is. All right, I'm gonna get my flashlight. Hang on a second. Where's my flashlight? Squirt, did you steal my flashlight? Son of a gun. Let's use this one here. All right. You should see what's up. I'll show you what's up. Hang on a second here. I'm heading into the shop where it's all dark. I'm going to flip on the light so you guys can see what's up, since you asked. It's like a bomb went off in my shop. All right. I got lights on. So, we've been up to our eyeballs. We're making some cookies. I got an emergency order because Christmas is coming for hundreds of candy canes. You can see all the candy canes. This is half of them we had to make. This was in the last week. I got more parts over here that we're making for candy canes. They're going to pick up all these, and it's going to be for a show. You can see here we're making more candy canes. And there's the stems. We have to put these together. We got a couple of characters we're working on, a white squirrel and a little doctor girl, which is pretty cool. See, do I got anything hidden in here? In here I got 2 giant hard hats I'm making for a company, and let's see if I can put that down. There we go. We got 2 of these giant hard hats. There's a giant Coca-Cola polar bear that I'm working on. It's going to be holding Coca-Cola. There's the other hat. You can see there. There's the hands for the squirrel. But this is going to be a giant polar bear from the Coca-Cola polar bear. So that we're working on. And then I got all sorts of other stuff somewhere around here. There's 8 giant heads in this building somewhere. I'm still working on the giant heads. These are planters. So you'll be able to fill them with dirt. So I got these giant heads that we're making. And everybody's in a rush to get stuff for the holidays. And I'm trying to do the best I can to help. Materials have gone through the roof. It's been, I would get this big billet of foam. Usually run like $250, $275 for these big billets of foam. Now they're going for about $600. Got a giant crate here. We're getting ready to ship out a project. Got a couple more billets of foam back there. And then my lobby is a complete disaster too. I got parts of a project here that's got to go out Monday. And we've got this 15-foot giant phaser. It's a drill, like a portable skull drilling drill. It's for a medical company for a trade show. It's about 15 feet long, has all steel in it that bolts together. So that's another thing. I've got all these joy letters that we're putting together. So that has me up to my eyeballs in creating lots of joy. And of course, I got the shop. I gotta load up my 3D printers. And then I have all my Electroman. We got our Electromans. Electroman to the rescue! Up and away! And then some Splinterlands characters. I got Splinterlands parts everywhere. I got my Jotun I'm working on. I got my Sacred Llama. I got parts everywhere. And I got my Furious Chicken guys. Don't mess with the Furious Chickens. So, and then I just printed off a custom-made belt buckle for somebody, good friend of mine. So that's also been exciting. So that's what's up. Oh, sitting here. That's what's up. That's what's been keeping me busy, up to my eyeballs and beyond. All right. So, Timo, you didn't think you'd get such a big response back on such an easy question of what's up? All right. Let's see here. Telstal. Thank you for all your time and sacrifice to the community. Yeah, I wish I could do more. I appreciate. It's good to know that it brings value to you guys when I do show up. I wish I could bring you more. I'm trying my best. It's been a rough couple of years. You know, I've lost a lot of money and keeping things together. And so things have been kind of tight for me, and I've been working 14-hour days minimum, 13, 14-hour days, 7 days a week. I do take a few minutes on Saturday, Sunday to go to the gun range. I practice every weekend if I can. Usually I'm able to do that. It's a responsibility if you're gonna carry concealed carry and be a licensed concealed carrier. It's your responsibility to educate yourself, to give yourself training, so that you can be the most responsible citizen as possible, that you can muster, not only in the proper usage and legal characteristics of carrying, but also to make sure everybody around you is safe and that you're properly using your firearm correctly. All right, what else we got here? Phoenix Rising, yeah, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate you checking in with me, saying hello. Timo saying, hoping business is starting to pick back up. Yeah, like you see, I got a lot of business, but it's still kind of tough because I can't even guarantee dates for manufacturing. Getting paint is difficult. Getting materials is difficult. And when somebody places an order, I tell them, hey, this should take me around 12 weeks, but I can't guarantee it. And if people need a guarantee for delivery, I gotta charge them an expedite fee to be able to bring in materials if I can find them, or wherever I can find them, to make that happen. There's my couple of my mining rigs going to town. Some ASICs up there, and they're working hard to make a few dollars for me every day. So it's good to see them working, but they are noisy. Sorry about the background noise. Let's see what else we got here. Brent, hey, best wishes from New Zealand. Looking forward to ETN news. Yeah, me too, Brent. It's good to see you. I appreciate that. Chase, my guess, it'll be an old partnership announcement that they've had in the pipeline, but we're waiting on legalities. I think that some of the news announcements will clearly be the final release of stuff that we've been waiting for, that they've been wanting to tell us about, but they couldn't bring it live for technical reasons. So I believe some of the announcements will definitely be things that we kind of know about, but don't have the details for. We will, I know that I would welcome, and I'm sure you do too, since you're my favorite viewer, to see, all of those things come to fruition. However, there are a lot of things that are not known. There are things that I don't know. And there's going to be some surprises, some excitement. I think that a lot of us, also eventually would like to know more about the British Pound Foundation. So I'm hoping one day we'll see, the scoop. Give me the scoop I'd like to see the scoop on what that means. And if there's a benefit to Electroneum, I'd like to know about that. So I'm hoping one day we'll see something about that also. All right. Um, Crypto Dog. He likes the tour of the shop. All right. Slick Pickle. Yo, it's the guy from Jay's server. How you doing there, Slick Pickle? Timo, got to get me an Electroman. Yeah, those Electromans are pretty cool. We're gonna, as soon as I get a break, I mean, they're done. I printed out a few of them. As soon as I can, I want to get a prototype paint job done on them. It's taking longer than I expected. And then I'd like to be able to send maybe a dozen or so to Richard Ells and have him autograph them, and then have them sent back. I think that would be kind of cool. I'll send them through the mail or something. It'll cost a fortune to send them there and back, but that might be kind of cool. You know, and just add the shipping price to get it to London and back. But I don't know. I'm going to look into that, but I think that would be really kind of neat. Chase is saying, yeah, I'd love surprises. That would always be welcome. Absolutely. Timo, in the past, Electroneum spoke about working with a central bank. Do you think that was the British Pound Foundation or another central bank? You know, I had the gut feeling that it would be somewhere in Southeast Asia originally, but I'm not so sure. That's one thing that when it comes out, I think we'll find out about. And you know, could it be a combination of this British Pound Foundation and the British Pound, some sterling, and interacting with us? Since the British Pound Foundation came about, you know, I starting to kind of tend to think what you're thinking. That's until we hear they announce anything, when they announce stuff, it's not if. When they start to want to release information about that whole British Pound Foundation thing, I think that we'll see some excitement for Electroneum in regards to it. It kind of makes you think. Clearly, whatever it was has been altered or changed. Not changed in or altered in, as in Darth Vader, pray I shall not alter the deal again, where it just disappears. I think that it may have mutated into, another type of solution. And the fact that they're working with the British Pound Foundation, you have to throw that hat in the ring because it's the biggest hat so far. So, yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility, since you're asking, that there could be more juice to that squeeze than we realize. I think the information will be exciting, fruitful, and robust, and it's a higher probability that there's some meat on the bone for Electroneum. Also, I don't know much about what's going on behind the scenes. But I tend to agree with you that it's the closest thing we've got to that quote title of interacting with a central bank. All right, let's see what else we got. I definitely don't say that it's 100%, but I think it's, maybe it's over 50%. The two that I'm thinking of. Let's see what out here. Christian from Costa Rica. Saludos. Hey, good to see you. Hey, I got fans in Costa Rica. I like that. That's pretty cool. You gotta love that. All right. Will it go to $1 soon? Kennedy wants to know. I don't know. Soon, no. No, I don't see it soon. Meaning like the next 3-4 weeks. No. Is it possible? By the end of the year? It's possible. Is it probable? Probably not. But, I don't know, what Electroneum has in their tool belt. At least 50% of the stuff that they have in their tool belt, very few people know, and they would be the executives of Electroneum. They play things very close to the chest. And, the best thing that you could do is that when you look back at what Richard says, when he talks about particular topics, watch his video releases, and he may not say this is what we're doing, but he'll bring up something weird, or he'll add, oh, this company's doing this, he'll interject things into the conversation or talk about a topic. And when he does that, that means it's on his mind and there's something going on. Okay? Over the last 3 or 4 years, hanging out with these Electroneum, watching these Electroneum videos, I've noticed that trend. So that's the only thing I can tell you there. Zach, good to see you, Zach. And glad that you're here. Well, like I said, just trying to hang out for tonight. I'm enjoying things. I'm expecting good things with Electroneum. I always have. I still do. It'd be nice to pay off a couple of bills. Yeah, everybody has bills. It'd be nice to pay off a couple of bills and keep everything rocking and rolling. And what do they say in those movies? The cops chasing after the bad guys, and he's like, "I'm too tired for this shit." I'm getting tired, I'd like to just kind of do crypto and hang out on YouTube and do videos. That'd be great to retire. So if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get to retire. Crypto Dog goes, if it hit $10, we'd still be around. Yes, we'd still be around, but I'd be, doing this more for a lot more. I think I don't know what you guys would do, but one thing I want to do is build a solar power plant inside my house. I got a giant roof line, so I'd love to line that thing with some really good, like 300 solar panels. Usually they're like 100 watts, but I like to line it up with something like 300 watt light, the 300 watt panels each. Create all sorts of juice. Have a kick-ass battery bank, and run some crypto machines off of it, where I get free money. From the sun, it would fill up the batteries, and I'd be able to run some miners absolutely free of charge. Never mind the electric from my house. That would be kind of cool thing to do. And I like an older car. I'd like to get a Model T, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll live that long. I don't know about you guys. Deadly's out there. Good luck, Hope you get it all. Well, I hope we all do. And there's a lot of you guys out there holding some pretty big bags of Electroneum. And you guys do that because you recognize the skills, and so there's potential there. And luckily, we've been seeing Electroneum hold a reasonable price. When I say reasonable, I mean over over an ICO price or crowd sale price. So that's a good start. That's a good thing to see happening. And those of us that got it at like, a quarter of a percent, for 0.3 of a penny, we're we're happy already, and things will only go up from there. We'll have to see what Bitcoin's doing. We know it's regarding Bitcoin that we're not in the down cycle yet. All right, because it's clearly demonstrated a sideways motion. It's recovered from a lower amount. We definitely got room to go up further, and that makes every coin worth that much more, even if it doesn't move in sat value. Electroneum has the potential to shock because it's so undervalued that with a high price of Bitcoin, dollar value per sat, and then if it goes up in sats at the same time, it's a significant increase in price, dramatically fast. It's kind of like a bonus multiplier. Not only does it go up in price, but it goes up in sats at the same time. So for every sat it goes up, it goes up, twice the difference in Bitcoin. So there's potential for ETN to score some big numbers, and I think it's possible. I think it's possible, and quite frankly, I stick my neck out. I think it's probable that we're going to see some decent numbers out of Electroneum. So we'll see. I saw that Crypto Dog. Crypto Dog wants a giant Richard Ellis for his lawn. Definitely the giant Electro Man. I would a nice 8-foot, 10-foot Electro Man. That if those of you that are holding multiple millions, you'll be able to buy whatever you want. You want a dancing leprechaun on your front lawn, you get it. So you want to know me. So the rumor about XRP going offline, hopefully they're implementing the XRP ETN and quantum protocols. I do not know. I think that there's possibilities of quantum and XRP and Electroneum doing a lot of stuff together, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, Stellar has some virtual machine capabilities, so there could be some smart capabilities, with a bridge of some type. I think there's a lot of potential there, and I'm not sure if that's something that's happened or could happen in the future. But those guys are going to be working together, and for the British Pound Foundation, there's no doubt they'll be talking to each other to come up with bigger and better. and that could include with them working together more often or on specific technical releases. So, that's food for thought. Um, Kenneth said, I recently purchased at the top around 2 cents. That's at the top. I got a bunch at 6 cents, so don't feel bad. That's all right. We're gonna see that 2 cents again, so don't panic. Don't panic, sell. I mean, if you need the money, you need the money, but no need to panic, sell. Okay, Crypto Dog says, yeah, I'm gonna order one soon. Kenneth, do they have any plans to burn or stake? I've already answered the staking part. Um, I think that whether Electroneum gives staking abilities or somebody allows you to stake to earn interest, eventually could be done. And I think that at some point, whether it be Electroneum or some other company, I think that being able to earn interest with Electroneum will happen with the right smart contracts. Richard talked a lot about smart contracts, and he was, smart contracts, and I have a feeling this is just a gut instinct, and it goes back to what I said before. When he talks about a particular topic, he's already got something going on in his head, or he may have something going on. So I'm not sure if it's going to be an Electroneum release, but it's my gut feeling that he knows of somebody working on something with a smart contract that will incorporate Electroneum. That's kind of my thought process in regards to that. So, might not be an Electroneum release, and it doesn't have to be. Anybody can start to incorporate Electroneum into whatever project they want. It's an open, community open source chain, community-based chain. So, we could see those things. But the fact that he talked about it so much kind of tells me that there's something in the back of his brain that he likes, that he knows somebody's working on. That's just my gut feeling. I haven't talked to Richard since November of 2019, or the interview I did just after that. So, I'm the last person that he's concerned about talking to. He's got a lot to take care of himself. So, but I can only go on experience of what I've seen. So that's how I come to that conclusion, or should I say hypothesis. Oh, are they going to burn any? Kenneth wants to know. No, Electroneum's not going to burn any coins. They just never will burn coins. Quite frankly, they want to come up with so many interactive ways to use Electroneum that there's so much Electroneum stuck in pipelines that kind of locks up coins and naturally will generate a demand to be able to use Electroneum, and therefore naturally the value of it will be worth more because there'll be so much stuck in the supply lines, as Matty Greenspan would say, stuffed in the pipe. Let's see here. Zach says he's very happy with the price. Announcements coming up, so we're on the same page. Absolutely, Zach. Henry Y. When will it be 4 cents? You have to ask Crypto Dog. Crypto Dog has all the details of exactly when and how Electroneum is going to reach 4 cents. You go to Telegram and make sure you Go to the Digispin Telegram and type in Crypto Dog, the @ Crypto Dog, and pester him as much as humanly possible, because he alone clearly knows when it's going to hit 4, 5, and 6 cents. He's already got it laid out and planned out, and he can give you all the details. So definitely, I suggest you pester him often and as much as possible. um, you want to know me? I was just saying it was suspicious that Electroneum upgrade or update was recent, and now XRP goes offline. Can XRP be doing an update if they're going offline? Usually, if you're doing an update, you schedule a blockchain upgrade. Since they control all of the nodes, the authorization nodes, yeah, I guess they could take them all, down for an upgrade. I would tend to think that they're probably upgrading hardware, because usually if it's just a software fork with new functionality, you could take down one authorization node, upgrade it, put it back online, and then go to the next one, so that the network stays working and active, because you just don't have one machine. You might have 24 machines that are validation nodes. And you don't take them all down at once to do software upgrades. You take them down one at a time. The rest of them keep the network running. The upgraded versions come online, and they wait till all 24 have been upgraded. They each then share a key and pass this, and give the secret handshake, and then they all flip into the new version. So to take it down usually means if they're running it on Amazon AWS or something like that, they have to, when you upgrade your hardware to the next level, you have to migrate data over to the new environment, and that could take 10 hours, depending on how large the blockchain is. It could take 10 hours, 24 hours to migrate all the data to the new database servers. And then let's get the software back up and running. And that's even with AWS, helping with the situation and them doing the transfer at a local point. I mean, it just takes X amount of time if you're working with terabytes of data. I don't know. But if you're going to take down your network, you either have a major failure, a hack, a major failure, or you're doing an upgrade. Those are the three main things that would cover 95% of why a network would go down. You pick. You pick. If it's a hack, find out. Let me know. I want to know if it's a hack. Let's see. And yes, it is suspicious. That's one thing I learned. Coincidences are rare with human beings. It's very rare there are coincidences with humans. It's usually something very specific that's happened on purpose. Now, when it comes to animals, that's coincidences. You see a certain bird or something like that. But when it comes to people, it's pretty rare that it's actually a coincidence. Something's actually happened. But what do I know? And Timo finds that all funny. All right, guys. Hey, I don't want to make this too long. I enjoyed hanging out with you tonight. Thank you. Don't forget, you need to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you're clearly a turd. And you need to give a like button if you've hung out with me this long. So don't be a turd. Subscribe today. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being my favorite viewer.